Hey third graders, today we're going to be learning how to add up to 1,000 using a number line. In our problem today we have 690 plus blank equals 1,000. So when we're working with the number line, the first number that we want to have on our far left hand side that we're going to start with is 690. And I'm going to write that in here on my blank. So I have 690 right here, and then all the way on my other side, the point that I'm trying to get to is 1,000. So that's why I have that there. The first thing I'm gonna do when I work with my number line is I wanna get to my nearest 100, and I'm gonna do that by adding 10, because 690, I know it's 10 away from the next 100, which is 700. So 690, make a jump. Right up here, I'm gonna write plus 10, and I get 690 plus 10, 700. Now all I have to do is count by hundreds to get to 1,000. So I'm just going to take it 100 at a time. So from 700, I add 100, and I get 800. From 800, I'm going to add one more 100, and get 900. I'm still not at 1,000, so I need to add 100 more to get to that solid number at the end. Add 100, and then I get to 1,000. So now how I figure it out is I take all the numbers of the jumps that I made. So I have 110, 100, 100, and 100, and I'm gonna add them up. So I'm going to start with my hundreds first because that's easier. So 100 plus 100 plus 100 is 300. And then I have to add my 10. So 300 plus 10, 310. So now I know that 690 plus 310 will equal 1,000. And we're back. This is a problem that is on your paper. It's the top problem. I'm gonna do it with you so you have a better idea of how to use it. If at any moment you feel like you know what to do, you can always pause the video and check back in. So my problem this time around is 498 plus blank equals 1,000. The number that I'm gonna start with on my number line is 498, all the way at the left side, because that's the number that I'm given in my equation. So I'm going to write 498 all the way at my left side in the blank. If, say for example, the blank space and 498 were switched around, you would still write 498 here because that's the number that we've been given before our equal sign. At the right hand side, we still have our 1,000 because that's the number that we know we're going to get to. The first thing that I would do is come to a friendlier number, an even multiple of 10 or 100. Now looking at this, I know that 498 is pretty close to 500. So I'm just going to count with myself 498, 499, 500. So I know it's only 2 away. So I'm going to make just a baby jump of plus 2, and I'm going to get to 500. Now I have an even 100 that I can work with that will get me all the way to 1,000. I'm just going to count by 100s because that's easier for me. That's the jump that I'm going to use. Your jumps might be different. As long as we get the same answer at the end, that's the most important thing. So your jumps might be different than your neighbors, but you want to make sure that you're getting that same result at the end. So I'm just going to take it by hundreds. So 500 plus 100, I label my jump. And I know 500 plus 100 is 600. I'm going to take another jump of 100. 600 plus 100 is 700. I'm not at 1,000 yet. I got to keep on going. 700 plus 100, I know is 800. So I'm going to make my jump plus 100 up here. 800 right here. Still not at 1,000. I got to keep going. One more jump. Plus 100. 800 plus 100 is 900. Looks like I'm getting pretty close, so I'm going to make one more jump. Plus 100. 900 plus 100 is 1,000. So now that I've gotten to 1,000, I have to add up all of my jumps. And the first thing I'm just going to do, I'm going to count by my 100s as I go back. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, plus 2 is 502. That's my answer. I know 498 plus 502 equals 1,000. I know that I started at 498 because that was the number I was given in my equation, and I added up all my jumps to get my other number that was left blank. Perfect. Now you can try it on your own with the other problems on your sheet.